What do we need to close out or wrap up in 2024 before we head over into 2025? Join me and pick a card reading in love, money, career, and finance, or spiritual and personal growth. All right, friends, if you have chosen love to figure out what it is that you need to wrap up or close up or focus on for 2024 before we go into 2025, here is your love reading. So here is what we need to focus on. The first card is trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. And finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So what Spirit is saying is you need to trust that everything is going to work out. There are some things that you may need to focus on for your finances and career, because that's pretty much what's putting a strain on your relationship or your love life, even if it's just self-love, self-doubt for yourself, because something is not working out accordingly in your finances, in your career. So we're going to tap into the tarot to figure out what that is. We're going to get some clarification cards here. All right, Spirit, clarify trust. Why is trust here, Spirit? We have the Star card here. The first thing that's coming up for me is just having hope, finding a new inspiration to focus on the trust. Yeah, actually having faith, which is part of what this trust card is talking about. Calling in the person that you love, the trust, the situation. It's calling for you to have faith. In order to have faith, you have to channel that Star card, which is hope, inspiration, being more positive. Sometimes we are focused on the things that we don't have, which brings in a lot of negative conversation, negative talk, negative mindset. It's just all negative, negative, negative. And we need to be able to shift that to help build the trust within our relationships, regardless if it's romantic, work, family, or even within yourself. You have to be able to shift that mindset and channel the Star card of knowing that I'm going to trust the process. Someone needs to hear that. And I'm going to say it again. Trust the process, that everything is going to work out. But I have to be resourceful at the same time. What is it that I may need to shift or do to change the narrative to work on bettering my finances while I'm stuck in a career that I may not want to be in right now, or until I'm able to pivot? I have to trust the process. Why is finances and career here, Spirit? Finance issues are a factor in the love life right now. Why is that? Get us some clarification cards. Okay. Let's see what we have here. We have the Three of Pentacles. Some of you guys are not working together. If you're in a relationship, you have to be able to work with your partner. Sit down to come up with a realistic plan or realistic schedule, especially if you have children. There are some things you may need to switch up in your day-to-day routine and listen to one another so you guys can work together to build out the framework to better your finances. I understand that frustration, irritation, just being tired plays a part of it, because you just feel like you're working and the needle is not moving, right? Or we're still behind. But it goes back to that mindset or that shift that I was telling you about, of being positive and changing the narrative. That means that you might have to sit down with a pen and paper and work things out, work out a different schedule. Something needs to look different between you and your partner, or just in your love life, to be able to shift this mindset. Right now, there's a lack of cohesion, there's a lack of teamwork, and there's poor motivation because you are tired. Spirit is saying we can't focus on the lack of. What are we going to change to be able to gain? Yeah. And then the Four of Swords here as well is mean that there's lack of rest. We need to be able to figure out how can we recover from this. You will be able to recover. You will. But you got to release the fact that you are restless. It's time to get practical, figuring out something that is more reliable. Knight of Pentacles there. Someone could be coming in to give you something that's more practical and realistic that can help with your challenges, your financial things. Also, Six of Pentacles here. This is using your resources as well, as far as reaching out to people who can support you, that give and take, right? Someone who'll be able to pour into you, be generous enough. There may be someone who can help with some of your financial situations. Spirit is saying that you definitely have choices with the Seven of Pentacles. You have choices, you have options, you have seeds that you can plant, but you have to watch them grow. You have the resources. I'm surprised that I don't see the Magician card here. But some of you are the Magician, which means that you have the tools and resources. You just need to tap into them. There are so many options. There's so many ways for you to gain these pentacles that can help you with your finances and your career challenges. These finance struggle is putting a big strain on some of you guys' relationships. It's time to wrap that up. So what you need to focus on with closing out 2024 is how can we shift and change the narratives and tap into some of our resources to gain more reliable income that is going to get us out of this situation. But first, let me move these cards out the way. We need to listen to one another. We need to work together. You can't do it alone. It takes teamwork. Teamwork and effort. You have to be able to, where your partner may have opportunity of growth area, you strengthen that, and vice versa. Know what each other's strength is and leverage off of that. That's part of that teamwork. Let's get some more messages here. Yeah, surrender. At times we must surrender the old, which mean the old things that you guys have been doing that's simply not working, before something new can enter our lives. Let go and all will work out. Let go, surrender, pray, ask God to order your steps and put you in the direction that can get you out of these financial challenges, because the love is there. Some of you guys may have families, which means there are children involved. Dig deep, ask God to guide and order your steps. Listen to one another. Get out a pen and paper. Write down a day-to-day schedule. Create a new routine. And you will come out of these financial challenges. We got one last card here, which is a connection. You guys have the connection. Stay connected with others, nature, and the universe. I know sometimes when I have a tendency of doing this too, when I have something going on, I tend to isolate myself. I get really quiet. I isolate myself. I don't really want to share too much of what's going on with me because I don't want the sympathy card, or I don't want, you just have to be careful about what you let in, right? So therefore you don't share. You just get really, really quiet about what's going on. But Spirit is saying that you need to connect with others who is really going to support you and not judge you. And you know who those people are. Build on your support team. It would all work out. I wish you all much love, light, and peace. And if you want to hear more, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to Taurosaurus channel. All right, if you guys have selected your money, career, and finances, here are the messages that I have for you. Move some of this stuff out of the way here. Here's some things that we need to focus on. Security and unsteady. And I just want to move this around like this so it can make more sense. Unsteady. Things might be getting wobbly in your cash flow or business. Abrupt changes in decision making are affecting your finances. Security. You are financially secure and abundant. Continue to grow to maintain stability in your career and finances. Multiple streams of income are recommended. So, something that we need to focus on as we close out 2024 is there may be some things that are just a little bit shaky. That can be just within the business. For instance, if you work in, I'm just going to say like nonprofit, you know that sometimes it can get a bit shaky as far as we're not able to give raises this year or budget cuts and so forth. So some things may be out of your control, right? Or life could be lifing, which some things have happened that you have had to take care of, which makes things a little bit wobbly. But Spirit is wanting to let you know that you can continue to build, to maintain the security of your finances. It just means that you may have to do some additional things to bring in more streams of income. You have the resources. You also have a talent that you can tap into. Who says that you just have to have that one stream of income? We have to get uncomfortable a little bit and make some other things happen to make sure we turn that unsteady into steady. So I have the tarot cards here to just give a little bit more of an in-depth message to help us as we wrap up 2024 in our money, career, and finances. So Spirit, why is unsteady here? What are the additionalness? Unsteady here. Thank you. Some more. All right. Thank you, Spirit, for those messages. Let me just look at these really quickly. Okay, so I think this is more talking about work. There could be a conflict at work. Some of you guys may be that emperor at work. That is the leader, that is the boss, know how to build the stability and put together a structure at work. But there could be someone that's not really listening, someone above your pay grade. There's a lot of egos that go into play, which is causing a conflict. And with this conflict, because I have the 5 of Wands at the bottom of the deck, with this conflict, there's competition. This competition can lead to just arguments, tension, again, clashes of the ego. So therefore, it's going to make things wobbly. But Spirit is saying that you need to trust with yourself to make sure that you are staying the emperor, because the emperor is not just about where you are at work. You need to apply this to yourself even outside of the workplace. It is going to take some balancing, right? The 2 of Pentacles is all about balancing those resources. Take what you've learned from work, use those accolades to your benefit. Let me say that again. Use your accolades to your benefit. So the things that you have done very well at work, projects, I don't care if it's PowerPoint slides, presentations, I hope you're saving your stuff, because this is what's going to help you branch out to build the security for yourself. You're going to come out of this burden. The 10 of Swords is all about just exhaustion, that you have, done so much and you felt like you're hitting a dead end. You're going to come out of that where it's going to feel like I've survived, because you're going to learn a lot of lessons just going through what you're going through at the moment at work, with the clashes of the ego, the competition, and how you've had to set yourself apart and continue to be this emperor outside of work, making it applicable for you. Absolutely. Your ship is going to come in. 3 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. You're going to be able to build your own source of community, and it's going to be a victory. It's going to be a celebration. You're going to be able to celebrate you, and the true people that are for you is going to celebrate with you. I love that. Which is going to give you this security. For sure. It make me just want to say, forget them folks at work. That ain't the F word that I really wanted to use. But if nobody want to see the great person that you are, the strategic person that you are, take that and take it somewhere else. Or leverage on that for yourself to make additional stream of income. You don't need that. You really don't. And it's going to make it steady for you and keep building that security. Yes. Additional message. Think rich and act rich. Okay. And when you see the word rich, because a lot of my cards have the word rich on it, it's what's rich to you. What's rich to you. So you define your own definition of what that means for you. Thoughts lead to feelings, which lead to actions, which lead to results. If you choose to think and act like a rich people do, you can create the results that rich people create. So again, that is this emperor right here. You think this emperor is poor? Nope. This emperor is disciplined. This emperor thinks strategically. Absolutely. Let's get some of this cosmic energy. What's the energy you might want to focus on? Love. Love is everywhere. Open your heart to feel it. To me, that goes back to what I was talking about with the Four of Wands, of learning the people who are there for you. You know who your people are. And if you don't, you will learn who your people are, because they also believe in stability too. So you're not in it alone, even though it may feel like it, because you have these people at work, these group of people who are just almost like, it feels like they out to get you. Like you are hesitant to even throw out new ideas or new ways to keep the job afloat, right? To be able to pay these bills and not keeping to robbing people to pay Paul, but no one's listening to you. Your Four of Wands, your people, they may not be in that workspace. They may be outside of the workspace, but know that love is everywhere, that you're going to be supported. Seek the support. You don't have to bear everything alone. Lean into these people. Yeah, you're going through the transformation stage. Look at that butterfly. Metamorphosis. Butterflies just don't pop out and be a butterfly, right? They go through this cycle. You're going through the phases to become the butterfly. But stay true to you and stay true to the process. Make sure you are nurturing. I'm going to say nurture yourself. Nurture others. Again, like I said, it's not everybody that's out there against you. It's not everybody. So you don't have to think that everyone is out to get you. They're not. There are some who are, and there are some who are not. So you want to make sure you are nurturing that team of people as well as yourself. And this concludes your career, money, and finance reading. If you want to look for more readings like this, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. You can schedule a personal reading with me. Head over to BeBoldApothecary.com and click up Two of Swords to schedule your reading today. See you soon. Peace, light, and love. If you have picked your personal and spiritual growth reading, let's go ahead and get into it and see what messages Spirit have in store for you as we wrap up 2024. All right. The message is answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? I feel like this has been like a topic for some time. We've talked about this before, but let me go ahead and read the extended message. Your guidance is divinely guided. You are being called to answer the call of your soul. It might be scary, it might not make sense, but if you trust your soul's yearnings, you will live a life beyond what your mind could possibly imagine. Answering your soul's calling is not a one-time thing, rather a lifelong dance. Deep down, you already know what you long for, what your soul yearns for. Whatever you are called to do, this is your calling. Don't overthink it. Don't wait for permission. Just say yes. Most people are waiting for a step-by-step plan before they take the first step. But intuition doesn't work like that. It takes faith and courage to answer the calls of your soul. And that's why most people don't do it. But you are not most people. You are in exactly the right place to answer your calling now. You don't need to know the whole plan. I wanted to say my name after that because I always want to know the plan. But let me say it again. You don't need to know the whole plan. You don't even need to know where it is leading. You just need to take the next step. No one has ever had the complete, perfect plan. There is no end destination. There is no right or wrong way to do it, or you do not need permission from anyone else. Sometimes the more resistance we have around answering a soul calling, the more important it is to our soul's growth. Well, okay then. I've shared my story with you guys in one of my personal spiritual growth readings before about simply just answering a call that I was ignoring the call. You need to answer the call or whatever that is for you right now before you go into 2025. And let's just tap into the tarot. Why is answering the call here, Spirit? Why do we need to answer this call before 2025? Thank you. This is going to give us a fresh start. Answering the call is going to give you a fresh start. Some of you guys have been manipulative, a bully, have had a bad temper, and God is saying you need to answer this call right now. And the reason why you have had a bad temper, being manipulative, is because you're hurt. Something deep down is hurting you, and you have been avoiding it and pressing it down, deep down into your soul, to where it has just been causing you just a lack of understanding in your relationships, making you irresponsible because you're carrying too much, trying to be strong, just been very one-sided. Seven of Swords in reverse, King of Wands. It's time to rethink your approach. And answering this call is going to help you rethink your approach, give you that fresh start, but you got to come clean. It's time to start hurting people. Hurt people. I wasn't expecting that. I want to clarify this. I feel like choked up in the throat, my chest. It honestly makes me want to cry because you don't want to be this way, but it's like you've been trying to do things alone, or you got it all figured out, and it's just hurting yourself. Like, I don't know what hurt you, what life has taken place that you just feel like it's just unfair, and it's like you don't even expect the good to happen for you, or even in relationships, because you just had your heart broken, so you're just operating out of hurt. Almost like you want to hurt someone before they hurt you. It's very specific. I don't know who this is for, but baby, I am begging you to answer the call at this point, please. Life is not meant for you to feel this way. It's not meant for you to feel this way, love. It's really not. Spirit, clarify the King of Wands in reverse. Why is this here? Even the Seven of Swords. Thank you for these messages. What are the steps that we need to take? Thank you. Yeah, you've been thinking about it, but you can do it. Ooh, okay. Yeah, all that hurt, once you come clean and you just kind of tell your truth and answer the call, being very vulnerable. That's the word. Being vulnerable about you. You will receive justice, the clarity and the truth, which is going to help the healing process. The Hierophant is here. The Hierophant makes me think about seeking the truth, or you seeking answers. You pray, you go to church, you have a teacher, a therapist, spiritual guidance. You get my drift. You know where I'm headed, where I'm going. Pray. That's part of answering the call. Seeking that clarity. Asking God to order your steps. Help me seek clarity. Help me release these blockages. You got a lot to unpack. But once you start to unpack, the justice starts coming in. It's like that cause and effect, okay? I'm praying, I'm asking for answers. The effect is you're answering the calling, you get clarity, you gain truth. And then the Page of Swords come in. You're going to start using your head. I understand you feel like it's been a battle, standing up for yourself. And guess what? You still can, but it needs to look different. Instead of, because you feeling like standing up for yourself is, I'm going to hurt them before they hurt me. Or being this bully of a person that's part of that hurt. Now standing up for yourself is going to be looking like you taking the high road. Y'all know Michelle Obama saying they go low, we go high. Not they go low, I'm going to go lower. Let's go ahead and pick it on up. Let's go high. Okay? They go low, we go high. Still going to take for you to protect yourself. That's not what I'm saying. Protect yourself, but it's going to have to look a little bit differently. We can't be petty. Some people enjoy being petty. No. But what I'm seeing is once we start taking these steps, answer the call first, pray, being vulnerable, sharing out, trusting whoever that spiritual guidance is going to be for you to seek the truth on how to unpack all of this hurt, that cause and effect is going to start to happen. The truth and the clarity is going to start to happen. You're going to start to protect yourself in a different way instead of in that fighting mode. The battle is going to look different. The song that keeps coming up for me is the battle is not yours. What's going to start to happen and shift is the Empress card. You're going to birth something new because you're planting a different seed for you in your life. And you're going to start receive the abundance, a different type of creativity, enjoying nature. You're going to get your confidence back. Whew. This is making me really emotional because whoever I'm speaking to, I really just want to give you a hug. It's okay. It really is okay. You can take your armor off. Go on, put down the weapons. Put them down and answer the call. And then you have your 10 of Pentacles. You will start to enjoy family, life, people, your relationships, enjoying the family traditions. Your money gonna be happy. Hello, somebody. Let's get some final messages. It's time to ground yourself. Being distracted, unfocused, tired, irritated, and impatient are all signs that you're ungrounded. Now is the time to become centered and allow spirit to help you ground yourself and connect with the divine source. It's time to ground yourself. You are ungrounded. Ground yourself so you can receive. Oh, Lord Jesus wants you to receive. The universe wants you to receive. Y'all know anything that you wants to be given to you. You really are a kind and loving soul who constantly reaches out and gives to others. But let me just stop right there. Because you are truly this person, someone or something has taken advantage of that and hurt you. The reason why you have changed the narrative for yourself and put on this battle armor and reacting the way that you are right now. But no, Spirit wants you to go back to being who you truly, really are. This kind and loving soul. Now is the time for you to learn how to graciously receive. Just as with the ebb and flow of the tides, the art of giving and receiving is a natural law in the order of the universe. It's your turn. It is your turn. I'm begging you to answer the call. It's your turn. This is just a message I'm going to close out with you guys that I want you to think about as you are getting prepared for 2025. And that's the Fool card came up in reverse. And the Fool card in reverse is we're just dealing with a lot of distractions. We're letting the distractions overwhelm us and take over from the things that we really want to focus on. And so I just want to read just a little snippet from the Goddess Journey. book that I love. It says, this could indicate that you're foolishly getting in your own way. What's stopping you from leveling up and becoming your best self? What has made you fearful to take a leap of faith? Take time to plan your future and know that you have the power to change directions if you need to. You just have to be willing to see a situation for what it is. Now is not the time to be reckless or nonchalant about your goals and future. Get crystal clear on what you truly want for yourself. Affirm what's possible for you and don't be afraid to reroute if necessary. I'm wondering if you are pondering, if you will. Are you worried about how people will view you if you decide to do what you really want? Because if so, you need to get rid of that. Here's a love message, a self-love message that I want to give to you. You're learning that there's no such thing as a limit. In fact, it shouldn't even exist in your world. There's nothing wrong with going against the norm to live in your authentic truth. Not everyone will understand your desires. It's time to put on your favorite heels, honey. Shoes, sneakers, whatever you like. And walk the path that has been paved for you. Something a friend of mine, a really good friend of mine, she says this, and I had to ask her, like, give me what it is again. And she even said it at her wedding. And I think about this sometime because sometimes, we do get in our way. But if you want to make God laugh, tell him your plan. He's laughing because it's not his plan. Answer that call. If there's a song that I can just add to this reading to really close it out, it's Unwritten by Natasha Bedingfield. Unwritten is the theme song from the show that used to come on a long time ago on MTV, The Hills, with Lauren Conrad was the star of the show. Really listen to those words. It's unwritten. Be the co-creator of your life with God. Let God order your steps. It's not for you to decide which way it's going to go. It's time to release that hurt. It's time to be vulnerable. It's time to seek the help. It's just time to answer the call. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to Two of Swords Tarot channel. There's plenty more of where this came from. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, peace, light, and love. What's up, y'all? Thank you so much for joining me today. If you like today's reading, make sure you turn on that notification bell. Subscribe, comment, and like. And if you're interested in a personal reading, make sure you visit my website, BeBoldApothecary.com. Select Two of Swords and schedule your reading right now. Until next time, peace, light, and love.